of the exploitation, of the oppression, of the gentrification, of the police containment of the black community. This is what Paul Kajemi represents. This is what Rick Baker represents. This is what Rick Kreisman represents. This is why they cannot be here today. Because they're participating in the Jim Crow debate. Another attempt in this rigged electoral process to keep the people out. To keep the message of reparations out. To keep the only progressive message of unity out. Because they know that if thousands of people hear the platforms of Jesse Neville and hear the platform of Eritha, Akile, Cainion, hear the platform that comes directly from the poor working class black community in the city of St. Pete, that they would have a problem. Because they have a problem right now. Because we don't need Bay News 9.
Hell no.
We don't need Tampa Bay Time.
Hell no.
We didn't get here with them.
We got
here with the people. So this should be a statement to all of us that the status quo, their days are numbered. They cannot win this election. With all the money that they have, with all the corporate media on their side, they still cannot contend with this movement. They can't do it. This should be a testament to you. That no matter all the fear tactics, no matter if you're in the Democratic Party and Susan McGrath is threatening you, that they cannot win. They have to try every single thing that they can to make sure we don't win, because we are winning. We are winning, and the status quo understands that. The status quo is in shambles. It's shaking in their boots. It's gathering every piece of little things that they can have. But the people are going to take this city back. As Chairman said that I said, City Hall is the people's house this time around. Paul Kajemi, he says go back to Africa, to black people. I identify as being African, but that's not my qualm. Okay, because at least Paul and Jimmy gave me a destination. Rick Baker and Rick Kreisman have been gentrifying the black community out of existence, and we have no idea where we're supposed to go. But the people are here, and we're going to fight like hell. Because going back to Africa is the easy solution. The status quo has to feel this right here in the city of St. Pete. Because we're going to start right here. And this is going to ripple throughout the entire country and across the globe. Now it starts right here. Chairman Amalia Chattel, and I just want to give a great round of applause to Chairman Amalia Chattel. This courageous revolutionary, 50 years ago, he said it tore down a mural that was in City Hall. A City Hall, the city government, those who are owned by big development, by big money, who are puppets of the status quo. There was a mural that sat in City Hall.
Tell it.
That articulated the ideas of a corrupt city government. They painted the narrative of what black people will look like in this city, not just for the white community, but for the black community as well. Chairman Amalia Chattel 50 years ago was in prison, sentenced to 5 years for doing something that the city government never had the ability to do. He tore down that mural and he brought it back to the black community. As he said 50 years ago, the conditions, as far as we understand it, we were better off 50 years ago than we were today. But 50 years ago, the people and Chairman Amalia Chattel tore that mural down and took power. This time around, the people are going to tear down the status quo, and we will achieve power in the city of St. Pete.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will.
The status quo And it's been said that Kreisman is damaged goods. If your eggs are in the basket of Kreisman, you might as well drop them. He has no chance.
No chance.
He has no chance. You are demoralized because you cannot, you know your candidate has no chance.
None.
He has nothing.
He a joke.
And you talk about you're backing Kreisman because you just need to beat Baker because Baker can't win. The only candidate who can stand up to Rick Baker, the only candidate who can beat Rick Baker is Jesse Neville.
Yes, he can.
So bring your eggs to this basket right behind me. And for those who can't publicly come out because Rick Baker is putting food on your table, because let's face it, he's paying for support, and I understand. People gotta eat.
Yes.
So for all those who can't publicly support, what you do in the ballot, or in the booth on election day is your secret.
Yes.
You don't gotta tell nobody, but you can jump, hop, skip when you know that Jesse Neville is your mayor, and when you know that Akile Cainion is your district. This is a movement that is fighting for the poor working class interests of the black community. This is something that has never been talked about in any debate. This is why they get up in arms, because we break their decorum. Because they can't have the conversation like it used to be. Because there is no debate until we get there. Because it ain't no debate until the people make themselves present. These issues, these problems that we're talking about now, 256 million gallons of sewage into your water, gentrification, police violence, the contradiction with the homeless population. You think anybody would be talking about this if I wasn't running for city council and Jesse Neville was running for mayor? You can get a taste of the conversations they will be having if you get a taste of what they're talking about in this Love Fest debate, this Jim Crow debate. This is what they will be talking about. They're not talking about what we're talking about, which is power to the people and power in the hands of the black community.
Right on. Power to the people.
We're fighting for people like Dominique Battle, for people like Lanaya Miller and Ashanti Butler.
Long live.
We're fighting for mothers like Kunda and Mwamvita,
Long live.
who had to not only bury her child, but has had to bear the brunt of the conditions of this system. We're defending those who had to endure getting their tents slashed because they were forced into conditions to have to live in tents in the first place.
That's right. Right.
So if you call yourself progressive, if you say you want to be on the right side of history, because face it, the people are going to win. You want to align yourself with the people. You don't want to be an enemy to the people.
That's right.
So you need to join the winning team. The only team that can win against big money, against Kreisman, against Baker. The only winning team that can destroy these policies that have created the divide we see in this city. The only candidates willing to address the elephant in the room, which is the oppression of the black community. And a real platform that says, this is how we rectify this with reparations. You need to get behind these candidates, join this people's movement, support in any way you can, and vote on August 29th for Jesse Neville for mayor and myself, Eritha for District 6.